You are what you think. Whether you believe it or not, your current reality is a reflection of what you think all day long. Your mind is a beautiful and sophisticated machine capable of producing great results with what you put into it with amazing precision. If you put into it negative and self-defeating thoughts, it will give you a negative and self-destructive reality. But if you put into it a positive and self-reassuring thoughts, it will gift you with a positive and vibrant life. It's that simple. But if you have spent the better half of your life thinking that your mind is the enemy that is making life unbearable for you, you might want to watch the 5 points that I'm going to be discussing on how to make your mind your best friend and your greatest ally instead of the enemy that keeps reminding you of your shortcomings. But before we start, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I talk about how you can find your passion and go after it at any age, how you can find balance even at the most difficult times in your life, and how you can be happy with the things and the people you already have surrounding you. So if you're interested, make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, let's get to today's topic. Number 1 is to realize that your thoughts are not even yours. So, besides labeling our thoughts as good and bad, we're also troubled by why we have them. Oftentimes, these bad thoughts are the reason for so many of our mental disorders and illnesses. The more we think about them, the more fearful we become of them until they eventually control our entire existence. We develop self-hatred and even think that we're committing a sin just because certain unacceptable thoughts are crossing our minds. And even though you shouldn't hold on to any thoughts that are making you miserable, the way to get rid of them is not to make them these larger-than-life problems that are controlling your life. Because thoughts are just thoughts. That's what they are. Unless you act on them or give them some kind of an energy for them to materialize, they're just a collection of outside information, our own wrong interpretation of things, and the very dangerous nature of our mind to connect dots that shouldn't even be connected in the first place. Number 2 is to observe without getting involved. The reason why so many of us are suffering from depression and anxiety is because we're unable to separate ourselves from what is troubling us. Our emotional reaction overrides our analytical capability that has the potential to solve our problems or in the least give us a different perspective than the one that created the problem. And even though it can be difficult to completely detach yourself from all your worries and become your own therapist, you can develop the ability to keep your emotions away from your thinking and simply observe your thought pattern, how you're feeling at those moments, and only focus on what you can do to help your situation instead of on why this is happening to you. This is a major shift in your understanding of your problems and a powerful technique that can help you control your mind and use it to solve your problems instead of exaggerate and immortalize them in your head. Number 3 is to maintain your mental health every single day. We take shower every day, brush our teeth every day, put on makeup every day. We eat, drink, and nourish our bodies in many different ways. And these are things we are not willing to skip because they are important for our well-being and it's good that we do them. But surprisingly, we think of our mental well-being only after the signs of the damage of abandonment are clearly manifesting in some kind of a mental instability or physical ailment. We all know that most of our diseases are the result of a sick mind and not of a sick body, or parasites attacking our immune system. So if you think about it, taking good care of your mental health should be top on your priority and something you do every single day. And allocating 15 to 20 minutes each day where you separate yourself from your daily life and center yourself with meditation, breathing, or even exercise is something you should take very seriously if you're after a healthy and well-functioning mind. Number 4 is to practice and block any negative thoughts through awareness. So now that we've talked about how to maintain a healthy mind, we can now move into using its power of creating awareness in order to stop and block any negative thoughts the minute they come. What are negative thoughts? They're any memory or imagination that bring about emotional distress or simply uneasy feelings that are hard to explain. And oftentimes, instead of becoming aware of what's going on inside of us and work to get out of it, we allow it to escalate until it touches every sore spot in our lives and we're left wounded and unable to easily recover. And this is why it's very important that you consciously stop the flow of negative thoughts and command your brain to turn its focus into something positive. You'll have difficulty at first, but as you go on, you'll be surprised at how many times you'll catch yourself going down the rabbit hole and how amazing it feels to pull yourself out before it gets too deep. Number 5 is to allow your mind to rest from overthinking and overanalyzing. So no matter how powerful your mind is, if you're abusing it in order to get extraordinary results by denying it rest or sleep, you'll eventually pay the price of overusing it. It doesn't matter the endless list of your problems. You have to allow yourself a good night's sleep and a meaningful gap between your intense mental workouts for a healthy and balanced life. These days, the distractions are so many that if you don't make the conscious decision to avoid them, you can end up disrupting your peace of mind. So, make the decision to switch off your smartphone, get away all your books and your to-do lists once you're done with them, and commit to a minimum of 6 hours of sleep in order to refresh and rejuvenate the most important faculty in your whole body. You can also introduce meditation or any other technique in order to give your mind the proper rest it deserves. So that's it for today, guys. Check out any of these videos for similar content, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share your ideas, thoughts, experiences down in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe not to miss my other videos. Until next time.